Hey guys and gals, hey guys and gals, how is it going? How are you doing this fine day? Appreciate you all hitting that play button. Let's go! That's so awesome, I love that. You beautiful, intelligent people wanting to learn. Let's go. Quickly, we're going to continue the review, guys, but I want to quickly shout out and thank the recent subscribers to the channel. You're so awesome. No, I mean that. You are awesome. Truly. Thank you for the support on the channel. Thank you so much. Now, this is for you parents, you awesome parents, that have decided to homeschool your child or children, which is awesome. I 100% support you in that decision and do understand why. Definitely do. So anyways, with that said, also, yeah, and students as well. Let's say you have an instructor that really isn't teaching or instructing the way they should be. You're here on YouTube looking for additional support because you want to have good grades and because you want to succeed and do well in the course and complete it with, honors or whatever your decision is. Hopefully over here I can help you with that. Again, parents, students, if there's a certain particular area you want me to kind of work on, I'm kind of gradually going through the program. Eventually I'm going to be going through a workbook, textbook. I would like to see the views and such grow. That makes me excited, not just to see that, but just to know that there's actually people out there wanting to learn. So that's what pumps me up the most. So anyways, with that said, let me know if there's a specific area you would like me to kind of quickly go on or do a video on. I'm 100% down to do that for you. All right, awesome, cool, awesome. You're beautiful. Okay, let's go. Let's continue. Get some work done. I guess I should check the stream quickly. I believe we're okay, but I must check. I don't have a mod here, guys, so I have to kind of do things. You're beautiful. Okay, sounds like we're good. Let's go! Alright. Cool. So where were we? We're continuing with the review here. The goal is to kind of finish up this section. This is kind of called the, I'm jumping around a little bit maybe. This is technically Unit 4. I don't know. I'm going to start from the beginning, but this is kind of where I began. A lot of this I'm doing for my son. I'm going to be making him watch these videos as well. And this is going to be for him for review, so that when he gets to his final exam, he's going to do well. Okay, so, all right, stay positive, guys. Put in the work. That's the only way you're going to get better, is to put in the work. Okay. All right. Where were we here? Where are we? Where were we? We are here, right? Okay, so I was trying to figure out how far I should go. We'll see. Depends on the time. But let's get going. So we were doing this one. That one's done. All the answers are at the bottom of this sheet, so we're probably not going to get through all of them, guys and gals, but I'm going to leave some for you guys and gals to do, which is great, so that you have some practice as well. Again, I'll give you the answers at the end, and then you go. There you go. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All day breakfast Sunday. Let's go. Okay, a restaurant has a 12-ounce New York strip steak on its menu. Convert 12 ounces to the nearest gram. Okay, use the conversion factor. 1 ounce equals 28.35 grams. You can see there's a bit of accuracy in that number, guys. Tenths, hundredths. Okay, so a little bit of accuracy. Let's undo all this. To be honest, I don't even know if I'm gonna need Celsius formula. I don't know, we'll see. That's okay. We're just gonna work like this, guys. I hope you don't mind. All right, so what I always recommend, start with this. Start with your conversion factor. So 1 ounce, so 1 is the ounce. So I'm just gonna put OZ here, just a little reminder. 1 ounce is 28.35. 0.35, and that is grams. Okay, and there we go. There's our conversion. So what's known? We know we have a 12-ounce steak, but we don't know what it is to the nearest gram. So our answer is gonna be to 2 significant digits. Okay, guys? I mean, I guess 12 is also, yeah, that's probably our accuracy right there. I should be real. So yeah, that's okay. Let's just carry on. I'm kind of already thinking of what the answer should be in regards to significant digits. We might go to ones place here. Okay, realistically, nobody goes, oh, I have 102.35 gram steak. Just 102 is fine, right? Okay. 12 ounces. So we know the ounces, so that's on top. Okay. Being consistent, remember? Ounces is our numerator, grams is our denominator. I'm just going to use S again for steak. 12 ounces to the nearest gram. Okay, just double checking the setup, right? Make sure, have a quick look over. Double check you got your setup properly. If you do that quickly before you start grinding out the work, then the chances of you of having the correct answer is, successful, right? Okay, 1 times S is S. Okay. Now this one's going to be pretty quick. We don't really have to do too much other than just multiply 2 values. So 12, and I'm just going to use brackets, 28 .35 and close. There we go. So equals, let's check it out. 12 times 28.35. I have 340 decimal 2. Okay, which is, you know, because of accuracy, this is our least accurate value, so you can't be more accurate than your least, right? So therefore I'm going to just round it. So I'm just going to go like this to 340. And that is grams, right? Now, if we wanted to convert that to kilograms, that's easy too, right? Let's go here, right? From grams to kilograms. So that's 1, 2, 3 jumps to the left. Okay. So that would be 0.34 kilograms. Okay, I just dropped the 0, but it's 1, 2, 3 jumps with the decimal. Okay, guys, call it what you want. Decimal leapfrog, decimal hopscotch, but that's way simpler than, you know, I hope you love it, right? Because that is a lot simpler, right? Awesome. Okay, that's done. So we can check our answer. So we'll just go to the bottom here. 340 grams, number 5, right? Drop the big yays. Let's go. Okay, where are we now? I went too far. Okay, so that's done. All right, I imagine the food is good over there. They're making me hungry. They are making me hungry. My mouth is watering. Okay, choose the best estimate for the mass of each item. Okay, so this is where you have to have an idea, right? Which is more, liters or milliliters, right? Obviously there's more, right? I mean, this could help you get an idea. Here's liters, here's milliliters. Milliliters is less than liters, right? If you have an idea how much a milliliter is, like usually, like for example, a jar of spaghetti sauce, that's usually in milliliters, right? Or maybe a bottle of medication of some sort. It's usually, I think, in milliliters. But if we're talking of a larger volume capacity, like a fish tank, it's going to take definitely a lot more than 60 milliliters to fill that up. I don't think 60 milliliters that would be like a tiny little puddle on the bottom of it. So 60 liters. Okay, oil tank truck. So we know that's large, right? Way larger than a human. It's got quite a bit of volume. Sometimes you even have double tankers. So I'm going to assume a 53-foot single tanker. It's going to have a lot of volume. So that would be calculated in cubic meters. So final answer, 30 cubic meters. Toothpaste tube. Everybody knows what a toothpaste tube is. We can hold it in our hand. It's not really a lot. Again, how much is a liter, right? So if we go back, do I have that? We had some really good examples in the beginning, which I liked. Let's see if I can find them again. I think it was on this. Yeah, these these were really good examples. I should have sank it in my memory a little bit better when I was going over this, but this is the best right here. So I kind of wrote it on my paperwork, but let's see if I can find it quickly. Right here. Okay, so for American friends, they use the imperial system, obviously. So they call this a gallon, right? And this, whenever I go to the store and buy milk, you can even buy chocolate milk in this volume. Well, normally it's this, a pint or a quart, normally. So, but you can buy 4 liters. This is a 4 liter or a gallon. Okay, I call this a 1 liter. In imperial, it's called a quart. Okay, and then this is half a liter, which is 500 milliliters, and that's a pint. Okay. So with that said, let's go back. Toothpaste tubes, that's kind of where we were. So with that said, right, a 1 liter is, what did I say? A quart, yes. I know I have it memorized, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't say the wrong thing. Okay. All right, we're okay, guys. We're okay. Where are we, though? Let's see, right here. Right? So you have a 1 liter, which is a quart, right? So if you have 150 quarts, well, that's a lot, right? So that's definitely a lot more than a toothpaste tube. So I would go with this answer. Again, milliliters is less than liters, okay? The capacity of, now this is cubic meters, which is also kiloliters. I don't normally say kiloliters. It's not something I commonly say. I guess if we're talking about people that work in the industry, maybe they work with drums, maybe they work with tanks or whatever. I didn't haul liquids, so I did oil and gas, but it was always oil field equipment. But anyways, besides that, that's why, probably one of the reasons why myself particularly didn't use kiloliters. But anyways, so we got to convert 0.159 meters cubed to kiloliters. Or is it wanting, yeah, to liters actually, because that is kiloliters. Okay, so a liter is the base unit, and we're going from kiloliters. So, which is the same. They're just trying to say that this is the same, okay? Same volume, same mass. I think there was some kind of example here. Where was that? Was that on here? I think so. Yeah, right here. Right? Apparently it works out to that. Just gotta believe. Okay. Yes, here we go. Okay, so that means we're going from here to liters. So we're going to the right 3 jumps. Okay, so I'm going to write it down. Okay, 0.159. And that is meter cube kiloliters. Also known as kiloliters. Okay? And we're converting that to liters. Okay? Kids help dad until dad calls mom. So from kiloliters to units. 1, 2, 3 jumps. That takes us to 159 liters, right? 1, 2, 3 jumps. The decimal is here now. Okay, big A's. And let's quickly double check. 159. All right, awesome sauce. Okay, where are we now? Name the best imperial units, right? So what makes the most sense, right? A fish tank, gallons or fluid ounces, right? If we're talking about, remember teaspoons, a can of pop is normally, like for a can of pop, 12 fluid ounces, right? An imperial. So 12 fluid ounces, right? If you have it in your mind that a can of pop is 12 fluid ounces, obviously 16 fluid ounces is a little bit more. That definitely, it's going to take a lot of can of pops to fill up that fish tank. So use gallons. Okay. Again, oil tanker truck, if you're thinking of a 53-foot tanker, that's going to be a lot. Okay, again, it's not going to be fluid ounces. You would use gallons, right? I mean, you could use fluid ounces, but that would be like, what, 1 million something, I don't know what it is to be exact, but yeah, I have 1,795,225 fluid ounces of crude oil. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, that's not normally said, right? They would say, I have 7,925 gallons. Again, tube of toothpaste, 5 gallons. Quite ridiculous. That's definitely not logical. I mean, if somebody manufactured a 5-gallon tube of toothpaste, with everything costing and being as expensive it is right now, thanks to the pebbles, excuse me, thanks to, right? Imagine buying a singular tube of toothpaste, a 5-gallon tube of toothpaste. What is that going to be? Price-wise, you could barely fill your cart nowadays for $100. All right, let's carry on. A water cooler has 640 fluid ounce bottle. Okay, convert 640 fluid ounces. Again, that's not really. Yeah, there's 640 fluid ounces. Okay. Okay, so we're converting 600. We'll just do it. Why not? It's for practice, I guess. Why not? What did I figure out yesterday? Was it yesterday? It was 5 gallons. These are 5 gallons. Gallon is 4, right? 4 liters. So that would be 4 times 5, 20 liters. Hopefully I said that right, if I mathed in my head properly. Okay, let's carry on. So we have a conversion factor, 1 gallon. I'm just going to write GAL so I don't forget. 1 gallon, 128. Fluid ounces. Okay. And we're converting 640 fluid ounces. Fluid ounces is on the bottom, 640. What's our object? Water cooler bottle. I'm just going to use B, whatever. Okay, that's our unknown. Okay, so again, cross multiply. Again, like I said, guys, I always have the variable on the left side. So I'm going to go 128. I'm just consistent that way. B equals 640 times 1, which is 640. We need to get rid of 128. Again, like I've explained before, if you've been following the series. You guys, I've been giving tips and tricks throughout the series. If you missed out, I'm sorry that you did. I recommend you go back because I give a lot of tips and advice, little quick shortcuts and such. So yeah, a lot of just I don't want to over explain all the time for those who've already put in the time. Okay, so we need to cancel, so we need B. I'm just gonna, I don't know, we'll just go up here. Okay, B equals 640 is our numerator, divided by 128. Now we can factor. I mean, I guess you would have to factor a whole bunch of times, right? So like 4 would be a number I would probably start with. What times 4 gives us 128? We know 4 goes into 640. 128. What's half of 128? 64. Boom. That would be our biggest meat off the bone is 64. Right? Just to give you guys an example. That's the number. That's the common number right there. Because half of 128 is 64. Okay? And we know 64 goes into 640, right? So I'm going to go like this. This is part of the factoring. I'll show you the parts again, right? We need that common number. This is the meat we're taking off the bone because it's a good steak. Right? This gets canceled. That's called factoring, guys. Okay, what times 64 gives us 640? Well, that's 100, right? What times 64 gives us 128? Well, that's 2. Okay, so we're almost there. We took as much meat off the bone. So we should all know what half of 100 is, right? So now we're down to 100 divided by 2. I just reduced it by taking as much meat off the bone as possible. You understand what I'm saying, right? I could have did it on a calculator. I could have been lazy and not use my brain. But I like to use my brain. Okay? I want to avoid senility when I'm older. Okay? And I think this is the way to do it. Keeping the brain fresh. Okay, what's our answer? The unknown is gallons. So, G-A-L. So that means 640 fluid ounces and is 50 gallons. Okay, and let's double check our answer. Hopefully I did that right. No, I didn't do it right. What are we on? What number are we on? Number 9. 5 gallons. Okay, I did something wrong. What did I do wrong? Hold up. Number 9. Let me just do something on the internet. So, ounces. Just write it out. Ounces to gallons, right? We're going to gallons. Okay. So, we have one fluid, US fluid ounce equals 0.0078 of a gallon. So I'm going to write 640 and it is 5. Okay, so that's the correct answer. So I made a mistake somewhere in my calculation. Okay, what did I do? Let's figure it out. Okay, 640 and 128. 1 gallon is 128. 640. Okay. I'll just try to figure out. What did I do? Okay, obviously I did something. Maybe I didn't drop oh, I know what it is. It's right here where I did it. This is supposed to be 10. That's what it is. Silly me, guys. I see it. I found it. I'm not mathing properly. I was not mathing properly, guys. You probably already noticed it. But yeah, that's where it is, right there. That's my mistake. Now again, I should have double checked it, right, on the calculator quickly. It's one thing to trust your brain, but there we go. Okay, that's where my mistake was. I didn't need to kind of figure it out any more than that. But yeah, I should have double checked. Too many zeros, guys. Too many zeros! 64 times 10, right? 640. So awesome. Well, the first digit's correct. That's what matters, right? Let's go. That one's not a yays. That one's not a yays, but that's okay. Let's carry on. Okay, so I'm gonna leave. Let's see. 8 glasses of fluid each. Use the nearest tenth of a liter. So we have an answer for that. What do we have for time here? Okay. Didn't really mean to finish off on that kind of note. We're at a half an hour. I'm gonna skip number 10. Okay. I think we've done enough of that. I want to leave this one for you guys. Okay, again, the answer's on the bottom. And we're down to 2 more here. I should leave them for you guys, to be honest, because I've done a bunch of practicing. So, recommends yeah, you guys should be able to do this. That's easy. Same thing. So you're going to do 1 for Fahrenheit and 1 for Celsius. Okay? The answer is right there for you guys. I want to leave you some meat on the bone, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay? So again, my advice, guys, right? I guess I could have just. I'm not going to worry about erasing that right now, okay? So, yeah, you want to kind of be quick with doing your work. Again, remember, if you have a 30-question exam and you only have 60 minutes, that means you only have 2 minutes per problem, right? So, I guess my recommendation is just double-check your answer quickly. Right from the beginning, make sure you set it up properly, and be careful of them extra zeros in your calculation. What I should have did, right, is did a quick check on my calculator. If you're allowed a calculator when you're doing your work, you probably are, because you're working with a lot of decimals, unless of course they want you to do long division. Sorry that you have to do that. It's a bit of work, but everybody should know how to do it anyway. So that is it. Yeah, that's what I recommend, right? Just have a quick double check and don't assume. That is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little series. What are we gonna do next series? Oh, get lost, stupid thing. We're gonna do, I think, measures of area. I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, we're gonna go back to Unit 3. I kind of jumped ahead. I do apologize if I'm going back and forth, but we're kind of done with this unit, being mass, capacity, and temperature. Stay tuned. The next one's going to be measurements of area. So thank you for watching, and your understanding and all those things, and your support of the channel. Thank you for the likes, subscribers. You're all awesome. Thank you for the support. You know, I know I say it a lot, but I just want you guys to know. Parents here to support you in your decision for homeschooling. Respect your decision. I'm here doing this to help you, give you extra support if you need. I don't know if you need, but I'm definitely here to help if you have any questions. And students as well. This is for you. Let's say you have a bad teacher, a terrible instructor, because they do exist. And you're here on YouTube looking for additional support. I'm also here to help you. That is it, Johnny with WhiskeyTango Sharp, coding and mathematics, if you will. I'll see you guys in the next series. Stay tuned and have an awesome rest of your day. Take care for now, guys. Peace out.